Hello, everyone. Welcome to Grow Your Business with the VA Summit. We have Jeanette Ortega now, and Jeanette's going to speak about email marketing. So we all want that email marketing. We need that list that everybody had. You worked hard to grow that list, but now it's time to, what do we do with this list? How do you market your business with this list? So Jeanette here is going to speak about how email marketing can help you stop doing it yourself. Go coach that client on the corner over there and let somebody like Jeanette help you focus and let her take in control and do your email marketing. So thank you, Jeanette, for joining my summit today.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks. So can you tell everybody about yourself and your business?
Sure. So again, as you mentioned, my name is Jeanette Ortega, and I am the CEO and founder of Ultimate Virtual Assistants, LLC. I formed this company nearly 11 years ago. My VA services nearly 11 years ago. And of course, through the years, it's morphed into different things. And currently, we provide all of the technical tasks for running your online business. So we take care of all your email marketing, your opt-ins. We do anything on the back end that is pretty much scaring you. So we take care of all that back end, including all your email marketing, setting up your sales funnels, setting up your nurture sequences, and just making sure that people are using the right kind of marketing tactics, I guess, email marketing tactics.
Mm-hmm.
So that's us. So I do have a team. I have a few BAs that work for me. So we also take care of all of the setting up all your PLR or content if you have too much of it. Actually, there's no such thing as all of it or too much of it, but there's PLR that people will buy and then it just sits on their computer because they don't know what to do with it. They don't have time to do it, and it just sits on their computer. So we will take that PLR and do whatever needs to be done with it, whether it means create an ebook with it or edit the ebook and brand it for them and put it on as an opt-in, create the opt-in page, make sure it's delivered correctly, and we help them with their email marketing to get that, for example, ebook or template or whatever it may be, out to their audience. So we do all that. And also there's some people who just are rock stars at creating content. So what we do is we make sure their content is getting out there, getting out to the world, and their knowledge is getting out to the world. So what we do is we also help them repurpose all of their materials. So if they have 1 million blog posts, we'll turn that into an ebook for them, into a formatted ebook, and then go ahead and set that up as either a product for sale or a free item. So we'll go ahead and go through all that technical part of setting that all up for them. Another example would be repurposing people's podcasts. Some people do not like to write, but they've got amazing information just stuck up here. And so what we do is they do a podcast or a YouTube video, and we will repurpose that. Get it transcribed. We will create blog posts off of it. We'll make sure it gets posted to all of the podcast platforms or whatever you're maybe using. We can get those into an email sequence and a nurture sequence to the people on their list. We'll turn it into a blog post. So if you need repurposing, any kind of repurposing, email marketing, anything having to do with content, I'm your gal.
She's a repurposing queen.
Yes. There's no reason to work so hard and keep reinventing the wheel, or trying to make time to do this stuff that you absolutely hate, because a lot of times people will say, I don't have time to create my blog post, so I'm just going to buy all this PLR, which is private label rights material, to brand as my own and use as my own. And then they're like, now I don't have the time to do it. I need somebody to do it for me. Right. So that's where we come in. As you may be aware, that's all a part of the whole email marketing. So you need to have content and you need to have products. And we can help you create those products by using a PLR, by using the content that you've already created or are soon to be creating and repurposing that.
Wow, that's a lot. That's really interesting.
Yes, and it's all tied into email marketing. So I know you mentioned we're going to be talking about email marketing today, and I just, Akila, I just wanted to tell you that most people don't realize just how important email marketing is. In this day and age, everybody just keeps saying, oh, well, social media, I've got this many followers and so forth. But studies have shown that email marketing is still the way to go. Opt-in Monster just did a research. they did a survey, I guess it would be. And the survey results came back in, and what came back was that email, there are over 2.6 billion email users in this world. And that's compared to Facebook at 1.7 billion and Twitter at 3.3 million. So again, those numbers were email, 2.6 billion, Facebook is 1.7 billion, and then Twitter at 313 million. And out of all three of these, 58% of people check their email first thing in the morning, which is hard to believe because a lot of times people are like, you know, they wake up and they're instantly on their feed, you know, they're instantly on social media, but really, studies are showing that email is still number one and the way to go. 91% of people check their email, work in their email, and 91% of people every single day. They also show that 77% of people prefer this channel of email channel of receive permission-based promotional messages versus 4% on Facebook and 1% on Twitter.
Wow.
So the studies are showing it, and email is the way to go. It's not going away. People keep saying it's going away, but honestly, it's not going away. It's not going away.
I check email first. I do check my email first.
Yes, I do too. I do, but I'm not a big fan of social media either in the first place. So that could be why. And most times,
the thing about email though is your email is there. When you go on social media, you gotta scroll through stuff, and if you close out your phone, come back, it's gone.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You and your attention span is so short, you're not gonna remember. Wait, what was that again? All right, then all right, let's go to the next one.
Right. So, it could be like, I read something somewhere and they were having this good discount, but I don't remember the details. Let me check, and it's not there anymore. So yeah, and it's just very distracting. Social media can be very distracting sometimes. So they don't remember where they saw it, which social media platform, who may have posted it, and they get distracted really easy. So you know, everything is showing that the email is still the way to go. So I just want to encourage everybody to continue using email marketing as a marketing marketing, like a platform path. There you go. Yeah, platform.
Well, what systems do you use? Because I know there's ConvertKit, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, Entreport. Wow, there's a lot. So which one do you use? And which one do you prefer?
There are so many that it just matters usually on what stage of business you are and what your goals are. I have worked, since I've been in the industry so long, I have worked in pretty much everything except for probably Kartra, because that's the newest one and I'm not too versed in that yet. But I mean, I work in Infusionsoft, which people call Confusionsoft, but to me it's not confusing. So I love working in Infusionsoft. So I'll work in Infusionsoft, in which I do recommend for higher level income producers. So people who are at least bringing in a revenue of at least 100,000 a year, before you even go to Infusionsoft. And then on the lower end, maybe something like Aweber. So Aweber is a good beginner. Also, there's stuff like Kajabi, which are very easy. There's MailChimp, there's Constant Contact, there's iContact, there's a million. And I've worked pretty much in all of them. So, and it really depends on your goals, your budget and everything, because it wouldn't be smart to go and get Kajabi if you're only doing email marketing and not doing any kind of membership website or anything, because that's pretty costly.
So you have to understand your needs.
Exactly.
What are your needs and what is your business before you even purchase any of them?
Exactly.
So what are some of the challenges a business owner have when they come to you for email marketing?
A lot of times it's that they don't have time to do it, number one. Number two, they don't know what to say, how often to email. And number three, or four, I don't know how many we're at, they are really worried about how to do everything on the back end.
So when should a business owner decide to hire someone for email marketing?
Honestly, if they're feeling uncomfortable with it from the beginning, they should definitely reach out and get help right away. Something that they could be spending 10 hours trying to figure out may take a virtual assistant, 30 minutes to complete. So even if you think that you don't have the money or you can't afford to hire a VA or anything, they're going to complete the task majority of the time way faster than you ever could. So it's better if you move on to other tasks that personally need you.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because like while you're focusing on your business, somebody else will be focusing on all your emails, handling all your landing pages, just handling all the back end of your emails.
Exactly.
It's
exactly. This can have, so some people have copywriters. We don't specifically do a lot of copywriters. We do provide like some templates and some jumping off points to help get everything written if they don't already have their content or if they don't like to write. But some people also like to write and have no problem writing everything, but they don't want to deal with the back end of it, how to set it up, formatting it, find a picture, making sure the links work, scheduling everything, just doing all the back end. And so even if you know how to write them and you like to write your emails and everything, it's better to just have somebody go in and schedule, and it probably won't take them as much time as it would from you, because like I always remind business owners, they need to concentrate on income producing tasks, not this other mundane tech stuff or admin stuff on the back end that can easily be delegated to somebody else.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. What is your onboarding process like when the client says, you know what, Jeanette, I'm going to hire you and your team to take on my marketing for emailing? What is your onboarding process like?
What we normally do is we have a call together and have somebody schedule a call with me. We'll go over their needs, their goals, how everything is currently set up, and see if we would be a good working relationship, if we think we could work good together, because you also have to take into consideration personalities, time zones, workloads, different things that you have to take into account. So once we go through all of that and we decide that we are a good match and we are going to go forward, then we send out an agreement, kind of just going over what we've discussed, what we've agreed upon, just so we have it in writing and everybody can sign it. And so everybody's aware of everything. And then we get to work. We get to work. We ask our clients to, share any pertinent documents, logins to any platform where you need, and then we set up another getting started call. So once we have access to everything, we have our getting started call, and then we come up with a plan and start working from there.
Oh, that's great. So when a client is interested in thinking, okay, you know what, I am going to hire somebody for email marketing, how do they go about it? What kind of questions should they ask a potential person, like a VA they're going to hire for email marketing, to know that they are hiring the right type of person for them? What kind of questions should they ask that person before they bring them on to make sure, you know what, I got the right person, or they don't want to hire somebody that's not going to really do what they need?
So it's just, there'd pretty much be a lot of the same questions you would ask for any VA providing any service. So that being, you're going to want to find out if, first of all, if they have experience doing the tasks that you need help with. Make sure that they have experience in the specific email platform, landing page platform, or whatever you're creating your landing pages in or anything. Just make sure that they have experience in that platform. Right. And if they don't have experience in that platform, because there's a million platforms and not everybody's an expert in every single one, then see if you can come up with an agreement saying, okay, well, since you're not familiar with that platform, I'm willing to pay you X amount instead of your regular amount until you know the platform better, or so forth. So making sure that they know how to do the tasks, they have experience doing the tasks. And then you want to make sure that, you know, their working hours.
Yeah.
When they're working, do they work evenings? Do they work night? You know, at night, like a graveyard shift? Do they work during the day? Do they work weekends? Do they work holidays? What is their availability? Like, when are they actually working? Also, you'll want to ask them what time zone they're in. Time zones can make a big difference for some people and not so much for others. A lot of times for email marketing, if you already have everything planned, you have your content already planned, you have a marketing planner, you have your calendar ready, and you know when things are going to get out, need to get out, go out, need to be prepared. As long as you are well enough prepared, then it may not matter what time zone your VA is in. So whether they're 2-3 hours ahead or behind, 14 hours, whatever it may be, as long as you're prepared, it may not matter because they're going to be pre-scheduling everything. Whereas if you're going to have somebody who's doing, let's say, admin for you and doing customer follow-up, you might want somebody who's more in a time zone a little closer to yours, because if that's where your ideal client is, closer to your time zone, you'll want your customer service person to be closer to that time zone also to respond to those, unless those are their normal working hours where they work a different shift and
makes sense.
Yours, kind of. So those are like the primary things, and then you're going to want to find out, you know, how they bill and what their hourly rate is, or their project rate is. So, for example, the VA could be charging their client to be a package, be a project, hourly, a do not exceed budget, hours, a bucket of hours. Do they require retainer? Is this something that you're interested in? Are you interested in working on a retainer? Is this something that you need ongoing help with? Is this just a one-time project that you need help with? So make sure you're clear on what you need help with. That way you can find out from the VA whether that fits in their schedule and their availability. A VA may say, I am available to take on a project for the next 3 months. So then they have something else going on. So you want to make sure that you know what you want ahead of time, so that you can make sure to ask the right questions to the VA, like, if this project retainer. Are you locked, if you buy a retainer for, let's say, for example, 10 hours, are you locked into those 10 hours each month? Do you pay for them, use them or lose them, or do they roll over? So you're going to want to be clear on how they charge, what they charge, and how they bill, and make sure that works for you and your business. So if in case you follow a profit first model or something where you pay your bills only on certain days, is that going to work out for your VA? So you want to make sure you have something that works out for both of you. So you need to get all that stuff out in the open and discussed before you ever even sign an agreement to get started, because it's critical to know what you're paying, how you're paying, what the method of payment is. Does this person want check? Do they want to be wired? Do they want credit card? How
That's
exactly
communication.
So you need to find that out from your VA.
Yeah, it's that clear communication that you need to have up front with each other.
Exactly.
Exactly. So how do they know they're hiring that right person? When it comes to email marketing, should you ask them for examples of their emails, or like, how do you know? Because I know this is like new for certain people, certain business owners, this is all new. How do they know, okay, you know what, this is the one who could handle my job?
Pretty much, I would say by reading their testimonials, asking for testimonials.
Mm-hmm.
If they're going to be doing copywriting, then you'll want examples of their copywriting. But as far as setting up like their sales funnel or setting up all the technical part, you can't really show that without, a VA cannot really show you without showing you off of somebody else's account, and there's privacy issues there.
Right.
So you can't show an example of something that they would create unless they're doing like a funnel, how do you say, like a funnel layout where they're laying out the whole funnel and how, like what email goes here and when, and the trigger, if you're going to do the whole flow chart of the sales funnel and how it would work. Other than that, they can't really show you the back end, but if they are providing copywriting, ask for samples and check out their website and read as many testimonials as you can. And if you can, reach out to the people who wrote those testimonials and make sure they were accurate and nothing's changed since they wrote that testimonial.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That really does. So have you ever worked with a client who just wasn't happy with the way the whole process, the way everything went? How did you handle it?
Yeah, that's always going to happen. A lot of times what I tell my clients too is sometimes it's all about personality also. Some people are trainable, some people know everything, but if you, for example, let's say I knew a ton of stuff and my client was confident that I knew what I was doing, but we just couldn't get along personality wise. I don't care how much I know, she's going to get rid of me. Because we are going to work so closely together, you need to have personalities that you're okay with. If you're a more quiet person who doesn't like joking much, you probably don't want to work with a VA who's constantly joking, or more lighthearted or more go as a flow. And vice versa. You don't want to, you want to work with somebody who may have somewhat of a similar personality to yours.
Yeah.
So that's a huge thing. And sometimes in the past, that's happened to me where we have our first call and the personality seems like we're a good match and everything. But as you start working with the person and the stressful times come into play and their personality completely changes. Because now they're under the gun, they're under pressure, and
that stress
downhill like that pretty quickly. And I also tell people too that are looking for a VA, show that you appreciate them. Let them know you appreciate the help that they're getting from them. Let them know that you understand where they're coming from, even if you don't agree with it. Let them know you value their opinion. But if you work with somebody who is just task-oriented and not there to just work as a team with you and communicate and help you strategize and help you come up with a plan and, say, maybe we shouldn't do that because in my experience, when we did ABC, that did not work. This is what happened. So I suggest we do this. And you can say, yes, that's awesome. Great for your input. Let's try that. Or say, no, I still want to come back. But let them know that you valued their opinion, because that can mess up a relationship also too. Because if the client doesn't want to know what you think, then yeah, you just got to know personality is a huge thing, and you can lose clients or lose VAs a lot of times because of personality.
So true. That is very true. And for this type of work, you will be working close with them because this is your emails are going out. This is your business going out. You're marketing yourself. So you will be working close with your VA. So you do need to, your personalities do need to match. And
Right.
there's personality tests out there for people to take so they can understand, what it is.
Right.
So it seems like you love email marketing. What do you love so much about it?
I love email marketing because honestly, I like the written word. I am a visual person, so I like reading stuff versus only seeing stuff. Or like just watching video, to me, that's not really, it's visual because I'm seeing it, but to really comprehend it, I need to see it written. That's
Right.
just how I work. I need to see it written, and if I can have both at the same time, that's even better. So I like the written word. And I love technology. So I love making things work. I love automating. So making everything work and go out when you want it to and trigger different things in the back end like you want it to, when you want it to. It just excites me. I don't know. I just like it. It's fun for me. I'm a geek.
Which is good because you know what? You want somebody who's in your business to love it. And I think that's the whole thing that everybody's talking is it's like they love what they do. So if you have somebody that loves what they do, I think it helps you because it's like it's not just another task for them. It's just they love it's the love that they have for it. So in conclusion, for everybody who's watching, what would you say about somebody who's thinking about the digital marketing, who was like, should I get it? Should I not? What would you tell them to say, you know what? You need me.
You need to do it. If you're going to make it in the online world or even in a brick and mortar world, email is key. You need to do it. As I mentioned with those stats earlier today, you need it. And I don't care how many times people say you don't need it, you only need social media. The results are in, and it is still email. So you need to concentrate on that. You should prioritize it, prioritizing building your list, prioritizing nurturing and promoting your items, products, whatever, coaching, whatever it may be, to your list. Because you're going to reach so many more people that way and around the world.
You really are.
Yes. And just it's time to stop putting it in the back burner. And if you're overwhelmed with it, it's time to get some help. It's not going to break the bank unless you're paying a very high-end copywriter to write a sales page that is they can prove is converting. Then it's more affordable than you think.
Exactly.
I also want to mention too that don't be scared off by a virtual assistant's pricing. You pay what you get for in this industry. You really do. If you're going to pay a little higher, you're going to get somebody who has experience, who knows it, and who's going to get stuff done in half the time than somebody who is not experienced and you pay what you get for.
Who's not experienced, and this is not something that they love to do. And it's just, I need work, I need to get it done.
Yes. It's time to take it off the to-do list and time to get it moving.
Exactly. I like it. I like that part. So I want to thank you very much, Jeanette, for being a part of my summit. I hope everybody learned about email marketing, how email marketing, if you still open up your emails every day, that means you need email marketing because it's not going away. Social media, like they said, every platform is changing. First is Instagram, then it's Snapchat. Email is not going away because you always ask people for their email address just to get their information. So this is something that I believe that is needed in a business. So thank you again, Jeanette, for being a part of my summit. I would thank everybody for watching again. Grow your business with the VA Summit. And this was about email marketing. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.